Hello everyone, I appreciate you all checking out this video, and I hope you all are doing wonderful. If you enjoy this video, I would be forever grateful for a like on the video, and a subscription to the channel. Alright, let's get into the video. So, in Yakuza Like A Dragon, there are two dungeons that can only be accessed after completing the main story. The first is the Final Millennium Tower, which is at the same place that you fought the final boss of the game, and it has the same layout, with the main change being that there are different enemies. This dungeon can be difficult, but depending on how much you grinded before fighting the final boss, you might be able to defeat the tower right after beating the story. The second dungeon is the True Final Millennium Tower, which according to the game is the real final challenge. The True Final Millennium Tower is essentially identical to the Final Millennium Tower, except for the difficulty of all of the enemies has increased significantly, and the final boss fight functions a bit differently. Taking into consideration the redundancy in making a separate guide for each of the towers, as the guide would essentially be the same for both, this video will focus on helping you all conquer the true Final Millennium Tower, but just know that this guide could be used for the Final Millennium Tower as well. This video should help you all beat the tower as early as possible, but keep in mind that the less grinding you do, the harder the tower will be. The rest of this video will consist of me detailing everything that you should do before even entering the tower, and then what to do during each battle encounter in the tower. Alright, so let's get into it. First, we are going to talk about items, which if you are trying to beat the true tower as early as possible, which means you are somewhat underleveled, then items will most likely serve a vital role. The obvious point here is that before heading into the true tower, you should stock up to the maximum that you can carry, this usually being 10, of items that provide HP, MP, remove status effects, and give bonuses. These items can be acquired from places like Welcome Pharmacy, vending machines, and from the bartender at Survive Bar. If you are not aware, some of the vending machines contain drinks that can be consumed in battle in order to boost various stats from attack to defense to evasion. Furthermore, the bartender at Survive Bar is extremely underutilized by most players, as he can provide some of the most powerful items in the game. Three examples of these items are the Luxury Kiwami Lunchbox, which when consumed restores 500 HP and 300 MP to the entire party, the Resurrection Bolus, which revives a fallen ally with full HP and full MP, and the Full Recovery Medicine, which removes all physical and mental ailments from an ally. Now, another big tip is that even though you can only carry 10 at a time of most items, there are actually 2 item boxes throughout the true tower that can be accessed in order to restock upon your items. So what I recommend is if you are planning to be using a lot of items, then you should store double the amount of items that you can carry at once in your item box, such as the one at the homeless camp in Ijincho. Then refill yourself to the maximum amount you can carry before entering the true tower. This way you have maximized the amount of items you get to use throughout the dungeon. These items will be invaluable in the true tower because there will definitely be times, especially if you are attempting this at lower levels, where you need to do something on the turn that you are currently on, but the party member whose turn it is not capable of doing the needed action. Next, let's discuss the best jobs and party members to use. One way to go about it is to just use the party setup that you have felt most comfortable with throughout the game so far. If you are wondering if maybe you have not been using the best jobs up to this point, then I would recommend you check out my video on the best jobs for every character by either clicking on the info card popping up in the top right corner of the video, or by clicking on the link in the description. However, if you want a party that is tailored specifically for the true tower, then the safest, most consistent team for beating the tower as early as possible is probably Ichiban on the hero job, Jungi Han on host, Jiao on gangster, and Seiko on idol. Personally, I do not use a dedicated healer because Ichiban as hero is the best healer in the game. So instead, I use Adachi as enforcer because his high HP makes it to where he is always alive, and the paralysis prong skill that the enforcer job gives access to is one of, if not the strongest skill in the game, with damage numbers for me ranging from 2000 to 8500, and the ability for it to apply paralysis to the enemy is icing on the cake. The issue with using Enforcer Adachi over Idol Seiko is that it can make it to where Ichiban gets locked into having to heal every turn, and he never gets to do his necessary jobs of Peerless Resolve, Essence of Orbital Laser, and calling in Pound Mates, which we will get into later. Ultimately, you can use whatever party composition you want and still make it work, but I would say there are 2 rules to make it work consistently at lower levels. Those being, first, have at least 2 people who can heal the entire party to full health, and second, make sure that between the 4 active party members, you cover every type of attack in the game, those being blunt, blade, bullet, fire, water, and electric, so that you are able to exploit whatever weaknesses the enemies in the true tower have. Then there is the gear that should be equipped. For this, you can basically just equip a mixture to your liking of the gear that I show in my best gear video, which you can watch now by clicking on the info card popping up in the top right corner of the video, or by clicking on the link in the description. The gear that I wore beating the true tower for this video is being shown in the background as well. You should prioritize gear that nullifies status effects and boost maximum HP. The status effects that can cause you the most trouble in the True Tower are Paralysis, Sleep, Fear, and Instant KO. So besides the Bracelet of the Four Gods, which nullifies all status effects, you might want to equip the Insulated Innerwear, the Motivational Headband, the Courage Pendant, and the Curse Substitute. For boosting maximum HP, the Dragon's Binding is the best choice. Other notable mentions are the Brawler God's Mouthguard, if you have a party member who is running out of MP faster than you would like, and the Sacrifice Stone, which could be very useful in the final boss fight. As far as weapons go, you should equip the top weapon for whatever jobs you are using on your party members. And if you need more information on this topic, then you should definitely check out my video on the best weapons by clicking on the info card popping up in the top right corner of the video, or by clicking on the link in the description. The last thing I want to cover before hopping into the True Tower are some extremely useful general tips. The first is that you should make sure to take advantage of Ichiban's hero skills, these in particular being Peerless Resolve, Hero's Embrace, and Indomitable Courage. For those who do not know, Peerless Resolve is a skill that makes it to where Ichiban is brought back from death and gives him some health if he gets knocked out. And once it is casted on him, it will last the entire battle until he is knocked out. Peerless Resolve can also be used more than once per battle, just have Ichiban recast it once he is brought back. This skill is obviously very powerful, considering it is game over if Ichiban dies. Keeping in mind that it is best to be cautious in the True Tower as the tide of battle can turn in an instant, I would recommend using Ichiban's first turn in every battle to cast Peerless Resolve, and if he loses it by getting knocked out, try to get it back on him as soon as reasonably possible. Keeping on track with the better safe than sorry mentality, you should be keeping the health of your team at max as much as possible, preferably by having your healer healing anyone whose HP is not full and only letting your healer do something other than heal if everyone has full HP, or if it is the healer's turn and you really need to get something else done that turn. Another tip is that you should get the Soul Tether skill for every male party member that you plan to use in the True Tower, as it allows for a guaranteed revive of a fallen ally, and having this on every party member allows for you to get an ally back up as soon as possible without it mattering whose turn it is. Furthermore, you should try to have a magic move of each element on every active party member, even if you are not trying to have those characters be mages, because it is a necessity in order to properly exploit the weaknesses of the enemies throughout the tower, and especially against the bosses who only have elemental magic weaknesses. Another tip is that if you want to minimize the amount of grinding to get the skills I have been talking about, you could make sure to have all the skills needed, but maybe not on every party member, and then just swap up the party members before each battle encounter so that you have out the characters you need to take advantage of the enemies' weaknesses. This could easily be done by watching the next section of this video where I go through each battle and tell the weaknesses of each enemy, and you follow along in game and set up your party before each battle. However, I would still recommend just doing the extra grinding to get the skills on the party you plan to use, because it does not take that much extra time if you follow the method I show in my power leveling XP farm guide, which you can watch by clicking on the info card popping up in the top right corner of this video, or by clicking on the link in the description. Another very useful tip is that you should try to unlock as many of the pound mates as possible before entering the tower, as they can turn out to be quite powerful. One pound mate that I would make sure to acquire is Mr. Masochist, by completing Substory 24, 50 Shades of Play. The next tip is that you can actually use skills and items outside of battle, which can be useful in the True Tower, as many times you will finish a battle before fully healing the party, and then there is another battle coming up and you need to heal the party. To use skills or items outside of battle, just go to your party screen and then click skills or items, and then select either a skill or item and then click who to use it on. One simple tip that is vital if you are trying to beat the True Tower while under leveled is that you should really try to get as many perfect blocks as possible, as they make a notable difference here where the damage numbers are so high. Another tip is that if you are willing to spend yen to help complete the True Tower, then you should enter with as much as possible, because the more money you enter with, the more attempts you get to retry, and also it would be useful to have money to spend on pound mates that can really help out in battles. If you are interested in this tip but you do not have much yen, you should check out my video on the best money farming methods in the game by either clicking on the info card popping up in the top right corner of the video, or by clicking on the link in the description. The next tip is that since there are 2 checkpoints throughout the True Tower where you can restore all of your party's HP and MP, you should consider not using items after a battle to restore HP or MP if there is a checkpoint nearby. Another tip is that there are suitcases throughout the True Tower that are found in pairs on the floor, and all of them contain stamina and XX, which means if you find any of these suitcases and you are already carrying having the maximum of 10 stamina and XX, and you have some party members missing HP or MP, then you might as well use up to 2 of your stamina and XX on them and then pick up the 2 on the floor in the suitcases. The next tip is a pretty obvious one, which is that if you are having too much trouble with the True Tower, despite following everything discussed in this video, then it is a sign that you should level up some more, as the more stat maxing you do, the easier the tower will be. The 3 ways to stat max are by reaching level 99, by reaching job rank 99 in every job, and by using stat boosting drinks. I have videos that cover all of these methods, with 2 of them having been mentioned previously in this video as my power leveling XP farm guide, and the other being in my stat maxing and personality guide video, which I will link for you in the description and make an info card for it here, which should be popping up in the top right corner of the video. The final major tip is that, as you should in all RPGs, follow basic RPG battle logic. Examples of this being, if you have an enemy low on HP, go ahead and get rid of them. Also try to focus one enemy at a time instead of splitting your damage among all of the enemies. And sometimes there might be a particular enemy to focus first, whether it is because they can do a move that is very dangerous, or because they are just the lowest maximum HP enemy, so finishing them off early is beneficial. The last 2 tips I have are rather minor, but the first is that eating specific meals at restaurants in the open world will provide temporary team-wide buffs, so these could help if you want to try them out. And the second tip is that you could try my dodge strat in order to avoid most of the damage you would normally take in the True Tower, but I consider this to be of minor help because the amount of practice and focus that it requires is probably too much to add on to everything else you are doing while taking on the True Tower. However, if you still want to try it out, and you do not know about the dodge strat, then you can check out my video on the topic by clicking on the info card popping up in the top right corner of the video, or by clicking on the link in the description. Alright, from here until the end of the video, footage will be playing that shows me going through the True Tower, while I talk over it, detailing the weaknesses of all of the enemies and give other pieces of advice for the battles. There are 19 battle encounters in total, with one of them being entirely optional. One last thing before we get started is that instead of mentioning it in every battle, I will just state it here, which is, you should always use Ichiban's first turn, casting Peerless Resolve on himself, and of course I might not explicitly state it, but you should heal and remove status effects as appropriate. Starting off with fight 1, we have 2 subjugation kuns, which both have one weakness, and that is electric damage. For this encounter, just spam whatever electric based skills you have. Personally, I did a mix of Fulminating Forecast, Paralysis Prongs, and Stun Smash. The best opening move is probably Fulminating Forecast because it will hit both of the subjugation kuns for decent damage, and it could potentially apply paralysis to both of them right off the start. Paralysis Prong is probably the highest damage dealing skill against them, with it dealing around 6500 damage for me. Stun Smash is a great option for decent damage while using minimum MP, as I was getting about 1500 damage for only 8 MP per use.
Let's go! Yuri. Well, yeah? Take this. Take your best shot. Run it down. On it. Get alive. Out of my way. Cool. You're in. Don't get caught. Come on now. Safety first. Punch back. Thank you. Watch me. Take your best shot. Don't move. I'm up. Over here. Come on. Well, take this. Be still, Jim. Yeah? What's to go? Eyes on me. Yeah. Check this out. Bring it on. Watch me. Don't move. Come on. Oh yeah? Let's go. Going in.
The second fight is the one and only optional fight in the tower, and it is against one Dragon King. If you are just trying to beat the tower, then you should avoid this battle encounter, because all that it provides access to is 3 resources used in crafting that can be obtained elsewhere in the game. For those of you who want to know, the 3 resources are Super Alloy Steel, Silver Ingot, and tungsten. Now to the battle. The Dragon King only has one weakness, and it is ice. I found Ice Spreader to be the most damaging move against him, and Paralysis Prongs still did decent damage as well.
I'm over here. Who wants to go? Check this out. Let's power it up. Let's go. I got this. You think you can win? Going in. Are you done with all the fun games? Watch me. Get alive. Take this. Let's go. I'm over here. Who wants to go? Bring it on. Best shot. Well. Yeah? Are you done with all the fun and games yet? Don't get cocky. Who wants to go? Come on. Cool. Games yet? Come on now. Best shot. On it. I got this. Don't get cocky. Out of my way.
Watch me.
You're in it. Take now. This.
I have something for the occasion.
The third fight is a Mr. 6 and a Grand Slammer. The Mr. 6 has one weakness, and it is blunt damage. The Grand Slammer has two weaknesses, which are Blade and Electric. Personally, I get rid of the Mr. 6 first because he can cast buffs that can make the enemies tougher, and because he does not take long to eliminate.
Over here. This sucks. Check this out.
Bring it on.
Games yet? Yes. Take your best shot. Get alive. Now you're in it. You can win. Who wants to go? Take this. Be still. Gotta do something about this. Eyes on me. Let's go. I'm over here. Are you done with all the fun and games yet? Gotta do something about this. I got this. Out of my way! Gotta hold it together. You think you can win? Come on now! To go? Don't get cocky. Return to the mortal blade!
One more time.
Baby! Yes. You just gonna stand there? Going in! Well, come on. Get alive. You think you can win? Are you done with all the fun and games yet? Yes.
You're in for it now.
How? This sucks. Check this out. No dying allowed. Who wants to go?
Much better, my thanks.
Thank you.
Watch me.
Take your best shot. Let's go. Take this. Yeah? Are you done with all the fun and games?
The fourth fight is a Scarred Face and a Chinese Mafia officer. The Scarred Face has two weaknesses, which are Blade and Ice. The Chinese Mafia officer has two weaknesses as well, and those are Bullet and Electric.
Bring it on.
Take your best shot. Right. Out of my my way! Get alive! Yeah? Who wants to go? Eyes on me. Don't get cocky. Come on now. Let's see. Are you done with all the fun and games yet? I got this.
My turn.
Get alive. You're in it now.
Who wants to raise a glass?
Gotta do something about this. Let's go. I'm over here. Are you done with all the fun and games yet? Let's go. Don't get cocky. You're in it now.
Bring it on. This could be better.
Let's go. Oh yeah? On it. I got this. Now, nature's gonna own your ass. Let's see. Are you done with all the fun and games yet? Check this out. Let's go. Take this. Come on. Yes. Going in. Games yet? Just gonna stand there?
Could be better.
The fifth fight is the first boss fight in the tower, and it is called Thought and See Saejima. Before entering the fight, make sure to heal up first, whether that is by using items or skills. This is a pretty simple fight. Saejima only has one weakness, which is electric damage, but he will resist and guard essentially all physical attacks, so do not use moves like Stun Smash that deal electric blunt physical type damage. Instead, just spam him with Fulminating Forecast over and over, and this fight should go smoothly. If you want to conserve on MP, you should take note that Saejima will stop taking damage at some point, until he gets his turn again. I believe this occurs when he gets to around 40% of his maximum HP. Also, do not forget to use Ichiban's first turn to cast Peerless Resolve.
Well, let's see. I got this. Take this. Take your best. The fury of nature. I'm up. Let's go. Who wants to go?
Watch me.
Just gonna stand there? Oh, thunder! Make it work.
You're in.
Nature's gonna own your ass. Cool. Check this out. No dying allowed. Yeah?
Touch my face.
Hey, thank you. Well, take this. The fury of nature. Oh. Let's go. Come on. Go in nature. Rises against you. Pretty boring.
Watch me.
Oh, thunder! Oh! Done with all the fun and games. You're in it now. Out of my way! Come before.
I'm ready to kick some ass.
Yeah. Come on, you can win.
Unleash nature's anger!
Let's go. Well.
Bring it on.
I'm up!
The sixth fight is against an ironclad chef and a flash mobber. The ironclad chef has two weaknesses, which are blunt and ice. The flash mobber also has two weaknesses, and those are fire and ice. I suggest taking out the Ironclad Chef first. Also take note that since the two enemies share a weakness in ice, you should use a move like Essence of Champagne Wave that does ice damage but hits all enemies.
Don't get cocky. You can win. Eyes on to go. Right.
Bring it on.
Hold up, Queen, let's go! Take your best shot.
Eyes on me.
Don't get cocky.
I got this! Yeah!
Just gonna stand there? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
You're in for it now.
Come on now!
Yeah?
Watch me.
You're in it now!
Get alive.
Power! Pain in the ass! Going in!
Who wants to go? Well. I'm over here.
Let's go!
Done with all the fun and games yet? Yeah?
Come on, this is hopeless.
On it.
Bring it on.
You're in it now! I need a day off.
Out of my way!
Cool!
You think you can win? Who
Check
wants
this
to
out.
go?
This is hopeless.
Watch me.
Let's go! Take this!
I have something for the occasion.
Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Gotta do something about this. You're in it now!
So you think you can win? Right.
Let's go!
You're going down.
I need a return to the living! One more time.
Who wants to go?
Come on now! No dying allowed!
Yeah?
Rock!
My thanks.
You're in it now! Pain in the ass!
Not good.
The seventh fight is against a man-eating loan shark and a juggalo. The man-eating loan shark has one weakness, which is ice, and the juggalo has one weakness, which is fire.
Who wants to go? On it. Don't get caught.
You're in it now!
Out of my way!
Cool!
You think you can win? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Check this out! Take your best Safety first! Thank you!
Thank you. Well,
I got it! Let's go! Let's go!
don't get caught.
You're in it now!
You're in for it now.
This is hopeless.
Watch me.
Power! I got this!
You think you can win? Who wants to go? Gotta do something about this.
Can
Come on now! No dying allowed! Let's rock!
Thanks.
Well...
Gotta do something about this.
Watch me.
This is hopeless.
I'm over here!
Who wants to raise a glass?
Yes! Check this out! Yeah? Let's go!
Well,
Take this!
I have something for the occasion.
With all the fun and games yet?
Pain in the ass.
Watch me.
I got this!
Here's something.
What was that?
There's something about this. Let's go! Out of my way! Cool. Oil. Come on now! Running games yet?
Well,
Come on. Yeah? Who wants to go? You're in it now. Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
take this. Who wants to raise a glass?
Gotta do something about this.
Eyes on me. Watch me.
You think you can win?
I have something for the occasion.
Is it better? Right. I got this. Down. Check this out.
Well,
The 8th fight is against a scarred Yakuza and an Undertaker. The Undertaker has one weakness, which is electric.
Who wants to go? Don't get caught.
who wants to raise a glass?
You're in it now. What's that? Stick it in. I'm over here. Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
You're in for it.
Cool. Just gonna stand there? Who wants to go? Come on now. On it. I got this. Right. Out of my way.
Well,
You think you can win?
I have something for the occasion.
I'm up. Let's go. Going in.
Bring it on.
You're in it now.
Watch me.
Take your best shot. Take this. Over here.
You're in.
Let's go.
Now.
get cocked. Check this out.
Are you done with all the
Safety
fun and
first.
games yet?
Much better.
Thank you.
Well,
You're in it now. Let's go.
bring it on. You're it. Not good.
Out of my way!
Cool.
Just gonna stand
Come on
there.
now.
Who wants to go?
No dying allowed. Let's rock. Hey.
Watch me.
Take this.
Be still.
Done with all the fun and games yet?
The ninth fight is against a Forsaken Samurai and two Nameless. The Forsaken Samurai has one weakness, which is electric. The Nameless have two weaknesses, which are blunt and electric. Take note that all of the enemies share a weakness in electric, so try using powerful AoE electric moves. After you finish this fight, do not use any items to restore HP or MP, because there is a checkpoint before the next fight.
One more time.
Check this out. Safety first.
Much better.
Thank you. Let's go. I got this. Let's go.
Who wants to go?
The fury of nature. I got this.
Eyes on me. On it.
Oh yeah.
Out of my way! Nature's gonna own your
Cool.
Bring it on.
I'm over here! Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Come on now.
Watch me.
Take this. Let's go. Oh, thunder. Don't get caught. I'm up.
You're important.
Going in.
All the fun and games yet? Just gonna stand
You're
there.
in it now.
Well,
Who wants to go?
Alive. Let's go.
The first checkpoint of the tower is here, and this is where you can have your HP and MP restored. Also, if you're using the item box strat that I detailed in the item section of this video, then you should replenish your items here as well. The 10th fight is against an Urbane Legend and an Emperor of Funk. The Urbane Legend has two weaknesses, which are ice and electric. The Emperor of Funk has three weaknesses, which are blade, fire, and ice. Take note both of the enemies share a weakness in ice, so try using powerful AoE ice moves.
I got this. Okay. got this. Cool.
I'm over here.
Check this
You're
out.
important now.
Power it up.
Well,
Power. Let's go. Let's go.
Who wants to go?
bring it on.
Let's go.
Just gonna stand there? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
My turn. I have something for the occasion. Eyes on me.
どうしたどうした
Oh yeah.
Are you even trying?
Yes.
Out of my way!
I got this. Come on now. Take your best shot.
This could be better.
Take this. Let's go.
Who wants to raise a glass?
I'm up. Going in. Let's see.
Who wants to go?
My turn.
Fun and games yet?
Don't get caught.
There's something about this.
This sucks. Check this out.
You can win. Who wants to go?
Much better.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Watch me. I have something for the occasion.
The 11th fight can be one of the toughest in the tower, and is against an Edison of Anarchy and 2 Tinkersmen. All of them have the same 2 weaknesses, which are Blade and Electric. They mainly attack you with a single target Ice move and a single target Fire move, so it would be advantageous to equip gear that makes your active party members resist Fire and Ice damage. Other than that, I would recommend opening the fight up with a cast of Fulminating Forecast, and hope to apply Paralysis to as many of them as possible. From there, just continue as usual with Peerless Resolve, healing, and exploiting their weaknesses until you defeat them.
Eyes on me.
I got this. On it. Take your best shot. Let's go.
Out of my way!
Don't get caught.
My fight
Yeah?
is
Are you
on.
done with all the fun and games yet?
Eyes on me.
Hold up. Take your best shot. Come on now. Safety first. Let's go. Thank you. Let's go. I got this. Let's go.
Bring it on. You're
We're in it
important.
now. Don't get caught. Hold up. Take your best shot. Hold up. Don't get us
You
there.
can win. Are you done with all the fun and games?
Hold up. I got this.
Yes!
Return to the living. One more time. Check this out. No dying allowed. I'm over
Here!
Hold up. Shit.
Eyes on me.
Pain in the ass. Going in.
Bring it on.
Yakuza, you're in it now. go!
I know.
Oh yeah?
Don't move.
Go. There's something about this.
Why? I got this!
Out of my way!
Okay, cop!
I'm over here!
Come on now! Safety first! Let's rock! Hey! Thank you! You're in it now!
Better.
Take your best shot! Take this!
Be still, would you?
Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Gotta do something about this. Let's go! I got this!
Who wants to go?
My turn. Don't move. I know.
You're in it now!
Pain in the ass. You're going down. Cool. Just gonna stand there? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Check this out!
This could be better.
Take this!
Be still, would you?
Alive! Let's go! Pain in
Over
the ass.
here!
Going in!
The 12th fight is the second boss fight in the tower, and it is against someone called Thought Entity Majima. Before entering the fight, make sure to heal up first, whether that is by using items or skills. This is one of the easiest fights in the tower. Majima has one weakness, and it is fire, so just use a mix of Megaton Throw and Paralysis Prongs, and he will be defeated in no time. Always remember to cast Peerless Resolve on Ichiban's first move just to be safe.
You're in it now!
Out of my way! Yeah!
Get alive!
Watch me.
Take this! I'm up! Let's go! This.
Bring it on.
You think you can win?
Well, take your best shot now!
The 13th fight is against a Dr. Black and 2 Invulnerable Billboards. The Dr. Black has 2 weaknesses, which are Blunt and Electric. The Invulnerable Billboards have 1 weakness, and that is Electric. Take note that all of the enemies share a weakness in Electric, so try using powerful AoE electric moves. Also, as is almost always the case, Paralysis Prongs is a powerful option.
Just gonna stand there? Who wants to go?
Kiryu! Don't get cocky!
Out of my way!
Oh, Kina!
You think you can win? Are you done with all the fun and
Bring it
games
on.
yet?
Come on now! No dying allowed! Take your best shot!
Like
Well, I got this!
Just gonna stand there?
Be still, would you?
I'm up! Let's go!
Yeah? Who wants to go?
가깝게 보여.
Are you done done with all the fun and games yet?
Watch me.
Take this! The fury of nature! Come on!
You wanna go?
You can win!
Check this out! Divine Retribution! Well, don't get cocky! All thunder! Let's go!
You can win!
You're in it now!
Done with all the fun and
Going
games
in!
yet?
Alive!
Watch me.
Over here!
Let's
Who
go!
wants to go? On it!
Bring it on.
Out of my way! Nature's gonna own your ass!
You're in
You
for
can
it.
win! Are you done
Come
with
on
all the
now.
fun and games yet?
Unleash nature's anger!
The 14th fight is against a Bohemiarch, a Bedeviler, and a Biker Vanguard. The Bohemiarch has 3 weaknesses which are Blunt, Blade, and Fire. The Bedeviler has 2 weaknesses which are Blade and Ice. The Biker Vanguard has 3 weaknesses which are Blade, Ice, and Electric. I recommend eliminating the Bedeviler first because he has a move that can apply the instant KO effect, which will instantly KO an ally if applied. After disposing of the Bedeviler, I would get rid of the Biker Vanguard next because he has some high damage moves.
You're in it now!
One more time.
Check this out! Give him hell! Let it go!
Watch me.
Who wants to go? Over here!
Don't get caught!
Something about this.
Get alive! Out
of my way! Just gonna stand there.
Sucks!
Who wants to go?
Chiagare! Come on now!
Over here!
Gotta do something about this. Going in!
Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Gotta hold it together.
I'm over here! Who wants to go?
Check this out! Safety first!
You think you can
Let's
win?
rock! Thanks! You're in it now! Come on! Pain in the ass! Let's go!
Done with all the fun and games yet?
You're in it now!
Yeah? Who wants to go?
Come on now!
Out of my way!
I got this!
The 15th fight is against a Ghillie Man and an Ultimate Champion. The Ghillie Man has 2 weaknesses which are Fire and Electric. The Ultimate Champion has 2 weaknesses which are Blade and Ice. This battle might be the toughest non-boss battle in the tower, so go into this fight prepared. I would recommend taking out the Ultimate Champion first because he can do some high damaging moves, and because the Ghillie Man will get more evasive the lower his health gets, which makes him harder to finish off.
I got this!
Just stand there?
You're in.
Take your best shot! Check this out! Divine Retribution!
Well,
Let's go!
You think you can win? Who wants to go?
don't move.
Come up!
Bring it on.
Going in!
And with all the fun and games yet?
Alive!
Just stand there? Who wants to go?
Yeah.
Take your best shot!
Get alive.
Come on now! No dying allowed!
Much better.
Appreciate it! Let's go! Let's go! Take your best shot!
Yeah.
Yeah! Check this out!
Get alive.
Let's power it up! Let's go! I'm up! Going in! You're in it! Take your best shot!
Better? Right.
Yakuza!
Get alive.
I got this!
Out of my way.
Take your best shot!
Make it count.
You think you can win?
Come on now!
Done with all the fun and
Go
games
for it,
yet?
cock! Let's rock! Thanks! Thank you! Let's go!
On.
You're in it now! Take your best shot! Cool! Oh yeah? Check this out! Give him now! I'm up! Let's go! Oh man!
Get alive.
Come on now! No dying allowed!
Much better.
Appreciate it! Let's go! I got this! Thanks, yo! Yeah, don't get cocky! Check this out! Return to the mortal plane!
One more time.
Come on!
You're in.
I am not happy.
Watch me.
You wanna go? Let's go! Cool. Come on now! Safety first! Let's run! Hey.
Well,
You're in it now! Take your last shot!
Return to our mortal plane. Let's try this again.
I got this! You wanna go? Come up!
Yeah? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Alive! Let's go!
Let's see who wants to go.
Well, take your best shot! Don't get caught!
watch me.
I got this! Cool! Check this out!
You're in for it.
Look back to us!
Still here.
Come Let's go!
Well,
You can win.
Let's go!
Eyes on me.
Come on now! Return to the mortal plane!
Still here.
Oh yeah!
watch me.
Done with all the fun and games yet?
Well,
The 16th fight is against a Weltraiser and a Pornografero. The Weltraiser has two weaknesses which are blunt and electric. The Pornografero has one weakness which is electric. Take note that all of the enemies share a weakness in electric, so try using powerful AoE electric moves. After you finish this fight, do not use any items to restore HP or MP because there is a checkpoint before the next fight.
On it. Out of my way.
I'll get him! Cool!
Let's see. Get alive. To go.
Check this out!
Well, you think you can win? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Let's go!
I'm over here. Who wants to go?
Going in! You're in it, huh?
Just gonna stand there? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
watch me.
Come on! Take this!
You can win.
Fury of nature! I got this! Don't get caught! You're in it now! Yeah. Take your best shot!
Just gonna stand there. Who wants
Come
to
on
go?
now! Unleash nature's anger!
Well,
Oh, thunder! Let's go!
Over here.
I'm up! Let's go!
Watch me.
Don't get caught. Take this. The fury of nature.
Are you done with all the fun and games yet? On it.
Eyes on me.
Get alive.
Out of my way! Pull out
Come on. Cool.
over here!
Well.
The second and final checkpoint of the tower is here, and you can restore your HP and MP. Also, if you are using the item box strat that I detailed in the item section of this video, then you should replenish your items here as well. The 17th fight is the third boss fight and is against thought entity Tendo. Tendo has one weakness, which is electric. You can use all of your MP in this fight because you can either go back and restore your MP at the second checkpoint as it is still accessible after the fight, or if you continue forward there will be another station that restores HP and MP before the next fight. Keeping this in mind, just spam Tendo with Essence of Orbital Laser from Ichiban and Fulminating Forecast or some other powerful electric type magic skill with your other party members.
Hey, who's gonna own your You can win! Games yet?
Well. Take this. Ball of thunder. Let's go. Going in. Oh yeah?
Watch me.
The fury of nature.
On it.
Come on.
Out of my way! Pull lightning!
You wanna go? Cool. Check this out.
You're
No dying allowed. Let's see. Much better. Thank you. Well, come on. Take this. Follow my voice. Come back in.
Just gonna stand there?
Watch me.
Don't get cocky. Oh, thunder!
Right. Now, hey, who's gonna own
Take
your
it. Yeah. This'll be good. Let's go. Well, take this. The fury of nature. Don't get cocky. I'm up. You're in it now. Let's go. Nature, her eyes is against you.
Just gonna stand there? Are you
Watch
done
me.
with all the fun and games yet?
Oh, thunder.
Get
Alive.
Eyes on me.
Come on now. You want to go? Let's power it up. Well, take this. Let's go. The fury of nature. Outrun you. Don't get cocky.
You're in.
Not happy. Go into power. You're in it now. Thunder.
Watch me.
Oh, thunder.
Eyes on me. I'll drown.
Check this out! Safety first! Let's rock! Let's go!
Clean.
Well... Take this! Return to our mortal flame!
Still here.
Don't get cocky! Let's go! Win. Let's go! Let's go! Nature!
Watch me.
Just gonna stand there? Are you done with all the fun and games
Fury
yet?
of nature! Come on now! No dying alive! Appreciate it! Well, take this! Oh, thunder!
On it. Down.
Yeah! I'm up!
You can win.
Between Tendo and the 18th fight, there is a semi-checkpoint where there is a station that restores your party's HP and MP, but there is not an item box, so I did not count it as a full checkpoint. Make sure to utilize the restoration station if you need it before entering the next fight. The 18th fight is the 4th boss fight, and it is against thought entity Kiryu. Kiryu has one weakness, which is ice. Once again, feel free to use all of your MP in this fight because there is a station that can restore your HP and MP that is still accessible after this fight. Treat this fight the same as the Tendo one, except now prioritize ice-based magic skills. However, Essence of Orbital Laser is still very effective against Kiryu as well.
Cool. Just gonna stand there? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Check this out! Give him now!
Watch me.
Oh, yeah? Who wants to go?
Get alive! I'm up!
I'm over here.
Let's go!
Just gonna stand there?
You'll feel it soon. Well, don't get cocky. Take this.
I have something for the occasion.
I'm over here. Who wants to go?
You want to go?
On it.
I got this.
Out of my way. Just gonna stand there?
Take your best shot. This'll be good.
Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Let's go. Going in. You're in it now. Over here. Don't get caught. Well, take this. Come on.
Right. Now, nature's gonna own your ass.
Cool.
Let's see.
Watch me.
Take your best shot. I'm up.
You think you can win?
Let's
Who
go.
wants to go?
Well. Oh yeah? Take this.
I'm over here. Done with all the fun and games yet? On it.
You're in.
Don't get cocky.
Out of my way. Lightning. Just gonna stand there?
Good.
Guys.
The 19th fight is the final fight of the tower, and it is against Amon. Amon does not have any weaknesses. Before entering the fight, make sure to restore your HP and MP at the station that is beside the bar that was right before the Kiryu fight. Also during this fight, the status effects of fear, sleep, paralysis, and instant KO can wreak havoc on your party, so you might want to consider equipping gear to nullify these status effects, as I covered in the gear section of this video. If you do not want to take up gear slots to nullify status effects, you should at least equip the Bracelet of the Four Gods on your party member who has a team-wide status effect removal skill, such as Hero Ichiban's Indomitable Courage skill. Now to the battle. There are two main phases to the Amon fight. The first phase is from the start of the fight until he gets to around 25% of his max HP. During this fight phase, you should spend as many turns as possible spamming Amon with your strongest Essence attacks, excluding Essence of Orbital Laser unless you have the MP for it. Of course, you should also have used Ichiban's first turn casting Peerless Resolve, and then also making sure you are keeping your party members alive and fully healed, along with removing all negative status effects. The first phase should be simple enough. Now the start of the second phase begins when Amon reaches around 25% of his max HP, and he then does a move called Guard Order, which summons Saejima, Majima, and Kiryu. All of them have the same weaknesses as they did before in the tower. The plan now is to use extremely powerful moves that damage everyone, with some of the most effective being Essence of Champagne Wave, Essence of Ladder Acrobatics, and Essence of Orbital Laser, and calling in the pound mates that cost 1 million yen apiece, such as Saejima, Majima, and Kiryu. However, the first turn that Ichiban gets after Amon summons the other bosses should be used calling in the pound mate Mr. Masochist for 7,000 yen, as he will give a buff to all of the active party members that makes them take significantly reduced damage, which is vital as you'll be getting hit a lot more now with there being 4 enemies, and the bosses can do their own super moves which hit the entire party, so the buff will help with that as well. Make sure to play safe and heal as needed, but try to keep up the aggression because you do not want there to be 4 bosses standing for long, as they will start to whittle you down. Following the new plan of attack I outlined above, Majima should fall first, quickly followed by Amon. Once these two are down, you should be in the clear, but do not lose focus. You should finish out the fight strong. Once Majima and Amon are gone, you can now just use electric type magic attacks to finish off Saejima. He should not take too long to eliminate, and then just spam Kiryu with ice type magic attacks until he is defeated. Then that's it. Congratulations, you have conquered the True Final Millennium Tower.
Bring it on. You wanna go?
Just gonna stand there? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Alive.
You can win.
Check this out.
No dying allowed!
Let's run. Wait there.
Come on.
Right.
Watch me.
Just gonna stand there?
I'm up. Going in. You're intimidating.
I got this! Yeah. Come on now! Not letting us lose! On! Well... Power! Oh yeah?
Let's go.
Let's go. Fun and games yet?
Let's go!
Watch me.
Cool! Oh yeah!
Yeah? Who wants to go? Right.
Come on! Kocha! Shite!
Well, go.
I'm over here.
Power!
Game.
I'm up!
Just
I
gonna
got
stand
this!
there?
Oh yeah!
Eyes on me.
go!
I'm over here.
My turn.
Who wants to go?
Alive! I got this!
You're in for it now.
Who's gonna stand there?
Don't get cocky!
Bring it on.
Take your best shot! Oh yeah!
You think you can win?
Don't get cocky!
Have you been a good boy?
On it! You're in it now!
Gonna stand there? Done with all the fun and games.
Bring it on. This could be better.
You think you can win?
Power! Check this out! Safety
Who wants
first!
to go?
Much better.
Hey, thanks! You're in it now! Let's go!
You'll feel it soon.
Come on now! No dying allowed! Let's rock! Oh yeah!
Right.
I got this!
Out of my way!
Return to the living!
One more time.
Over here! Done with all the fun and games yet?
Let's go!
You can win! Who wants to go?
Cool!
Just gonna stand there? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
You're in it now!
I'm over here! Who wants to go?
Let's go!
On it! I'm over here! Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Check this out! Safety first!
Let's go!
Much better.
Thanks! I got this!
Right.
I'm back in my prime! Let's go!
You think you can win? Done with all the fun and games yet?
Let's go!
My fight is on.
I'm over here! Who wants to go?
Alive! Oh yeah!
Just gonna stand there? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Come on, I got this!
Over here! Who wants to go?
Oh yeah!
You think you can
Let's
win?
go.
Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
You're in it now!
Over here! Who wants to go?
Oh yeah! I got
You
this!
think you can win?
Make it count! Come on now! Okay, cock! No dying allowed! That's rough! Appreciate it! Let's go! Pain in the ass! You're in it now! Let's go! It's go time! That sucks! Take your best shot! This'll be good! Gotta do something about this. I got this! Let's go! Come back to us! One more time. Gotta hold it together. Check this out! Safety first! Punch that. Hey! Let's go! Watch me. Take your best shot! Return to our mortal plane! Still here. Pain in the ass. Eyes on me.
Just gonna stand there? Are you done with all the fun and games yet?
Going in!
You think you can win? Who wants to go?
Come on, you wanna go? No dying allowed! That's rough! Appreciate it!
Well,
I got this! Take this!
done with all the fun and games yet?
Watch me.
You wanna go? You're in it now!
On it.
Let's go!
Heads up.
Thank you! Yeah.
I'm over here. Who wants to go?
Let's go! Let's go!
Let's see. Done with all the fun and games yet?
Don't get caught! Well, take this!
Watch me.
Take your best shot! I got this!
Who wants to go?
Right. Let's go! Don't get cocky! Bring it on! Cool!
Yeah?
Check this out! Unleash nature's anger! I'm up!
Go in nature! Her eyes is
Let's not do that.
Alright, well that is just about it for this video, but I would like to take a moment and thank you all with deepest sincerity for the support you have been showing the channel. I truly care about each and every one of you, and I want you to know that you are playing a large role in making my dreams a reality. You are always welcome here, and I enjoy interacting with you all in the comments. Much love, and as always, thank you for being here. I wish you all the best of days. Later.